Welcome back to the 12 Sports Zone Tailgate. I'm Andrew Clay, now joined by Morgantown head coach John Bowers. Coach, this is as big as it gets. How do you prepare your team for this? I'm Andrew Clay here in Philippi with head coach Denny Crehan of the Alderson Broaddus Battlers. This is a special web exclusive. We're talking recruiting class of 2014. Coach, what's your first impression of your team? At one point, Fairmont was the #1 team in Class AA. They were the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, the pick of the litter, but 2 straight losses changed all of that. We are live here at the BB&T Holiday Tournament. It's the 14th annual event here at Notre Dame High School. The first game here, the first boys game anyway, just winding down. It is 74-53 Grafton over South Harrison. Both teams come in tonight ranked inside the top 5 in Class AAA, and whoever wins tonight will have a lot of momentum and some bragging rights heading into the rest of the season. Now, like I said, you got a JV game going on behind me. Coming up later tonight at 7:30 will be the varsity game. That tips off, like I said, at 7:30 right here at Morgantown High. I'll have a full report tonight at 11. Matt, this was not your typical Mohawk Bowl. This was the post-season edition with the section title on the line. Morgantown boys and girls soccer hosting University High in a thrilling night of soccer. He knows all their names.
Neil Walker, Andrew McCutcheon, Brian Morris, Jason Grilly.
He's got signed baseballs, an autographed bat. He even has Neil Walker's wristband. But Gage Beavers has one thing probably no one else has, a signed leg.
He was born with, he had a leg, he was missing the tibia in his lower leg, part of his kneecap and part of his ankle. He had a leg and a foot, but that had to be amputated at 11 months old.
A leg amputation was just the first hurdle in life for young Gage. At 3, he came down with a nearly fatal case of meningitis that hospitalized him for more than 40 days. If you think either of these slowed him down, you don't know Gage.
His leg, it keeps him from running as fast as some of the other kids, but he doesn't let it hold him back. He's not afraid on the baseball field. He's always excited to play.
Gage has played baseball for 4 years now.
It's hard sometimes to be on those bleachers watching him. My heart beats fast. I want him so bad just to get a hit, just to get on base.
He hits the field every chance he gets, obsessed with his favorite sport.
He will stand out in the yard with his bats, with the bat weight on him, and he will swing the bat, and then he'll take the bat weight off, and then he'll swing it some more. And then I saw him the other night. I'm standing on the porch, and I'm looking over, and he's going, not having any idea that anybody's watching him.
In May, he had the chance of a lifetime when Pirates second baseman Neil Walker invited him to practice, where he was featured on the Root Sports show Inside Pirates Baseball. There, he got to meet all of his favorite stars.
You want me to sign your leg? Which color?
I was talking to AJ Burnett and I met him at Pirates Fest, but then I asked him to sign my leg again, and he was like, I already signed that one. And then I was like, no, I got a new one. Then he grabbed his head and fell on the ground.
Gage's love for baseball and story has inspired many, and his passion has his parents thinking big. After all, in 1993, a New York Yankee, born with one hand, threw a no-hitter.
I feel deep down inside of me, he's going to be the next Jim Abbott. He's gonna go far. He loves it that much.
So this one is signed by Jed Jerko, which doesn't play for the Pirates, and this one is signed by Pedro Alvarez.
Inspiration to me, to my wife, to a lot of people. He's changed my life for the better.
For 12 Sports, I'm Andrew Clay.
It's everything. It's my life, it's my passion, and this can definitely drag on you a little bit, but we've had a lot of fun, and there's not too many people who can say they do what they love to do. But this is all I've ever done my entire life. Is my paycheck's been coming from driving a race car.
Shinston is nearly 300 miles from Charlotte, North Carolina, the home of American auto racing. but it's raised one of the country's budding stars.
I started when I was 16, almost 16, so this is my 10th year. You know, it's kind of crazy to see what we've accomplished in such a short amount of time.
Josh Richards has spent nearly his entire career in one of the country's premier dirt track circuits, the World of Outlaws late model series. The prodigy child of his father's team, Mark Richards Racing, and company Rocket Chassis, Josh took a leap of fate last year, running 13 times in NASCAR's nationwide series.
You know, to get that experience last year, I feel like has helped me grow in many different ways, as a person, as a driver.
This year, Richards is back in late models, where he's tallied more than 80 career wins, including 2 championships and more than 40 World of Outlaw victories.
You know, we've had a lot of success and a lot of fun, and it is definitely challenging. You know, anytime you do something like this, you put all of your effort and all of your time. And
that success has helped him become a fan favorite.
I just seen him race since he was a little kid to an adult, you know, and he's really progressed a lot, you know, and we're all proud of him.
Richards is as good as ever in 2013, currently sitting atop of the Outlaw standings, and he's loving every lap of it.
The only thing that matters is every time you get, strap yourself behind the wheels is just to do your best. I mean, we have the goal in our minds to win a championship, but the biggest thing is just go out there and have fun and do what you love to do and try to do your best.
For 12 Sports, I'm Andrew Clay. They have a championship routine, championship mounts, and championship smiles.
We just went and with total confidence that we know that we were going to do it, and we did it, and it was awesome.
But this year's title is ever so bittersweet.
It has been extremely difficult. I myself, she was my best friend, Sydney was my best friend, so losing a best friend was hard enough, but then knowing that I was going to have to come into cheerleading practice every day and never see her, that was even harder.
On September 30th, a single vehicle accident claimed the life of junior cheerleader Sydney Rush. The incident shocked the entire Blacksville area community, and the team questioned whether they should go on.
We wanted to call it a season and be done.
A week later, the girls came together for the first time to cheer at the school's football game. That night changed their minds.
We walked out holding hands and knew that we had an angel up there looking over us, and we just had so many people clapping for us, knowing that we had the support from the community to be able to continue, and it was just a great feeling for all of us. After we got the whole group together and we got to thinking about it, we knew that we needed to do this for her.
From there, the Queen Bees adopted a rally cry.
This one's for you!
Added Rush's memory to the routine. And began knocking down competitions one at a time.
You know, there was high points from winning the regionals to be able to go to states, but then there was also sadness that we didn't have all of our teammates together.
The Queen Bees cruised through regionals and then claimed the Class A state title. It's Clay Patel's 6th in the last 8 years, and it proved just how strong 14 girls can really be.
I know she would be super proud of us, but I know that we would both be really excited because we always wanted to be on that floor together.
Last night, number 5 Westside took the trip to Byrd to take on the state's top team. It didn't go well for the Renegades. Today, they got a hotel, they stayed overnight, and they hope to fare better against Fairmont Senior. Mother Nature canceled some basketball games tonight, but not quite all of them. The Glenville State Lady Pioneers game went down to the wire tonight at home against Urbana. I'll have those highlights and a few more coming up in the 12 Sports Zone. This afternoon, Fairmont State traveled to West Virginia Wesleyan in the day's biggest matchup. Jim Sanes has our coverage from Buchanan. Glenville State looking for a statement win today over Shepherd. First half action, check out Brantley Osborne's hair and then the ball fake and jumper. Both things are a thing of beauty. Now it's time for little Reggie Williams. The left-handed floater here is going to make it a 4-point game early. He had 6 points today. More from the Rams. Morgan McDonald working the give and go. Look at the big man get up. He had 23. Brett Morris now, he had a big night Thursday. He continued it today. That is a beautiful 3. Final score tonight, 96-92 Glenville. Wednesday, we found out with a win tonight, the Bridgeport Indians would secure the number 2 seed in the state playoffs. That means home field advantage throughout the postseason. The Indians hosting Preston County tonight for the first time since 2007. There was lots to cheer about at Wayne Jamison Field tonight. Picking up the action in the second quarter, Indians already with a sizable lead, and they're about to add to it. Dylan Tonkery takes the handoff, gets the outside, and takes it to the house, right down the sideline. He wouldn't be touched. 53 yards for the score. Knights are down, but not out. Scott Stone is going to drop back and airs it out. He's going to find Levi Nolan in stride. Levi's coming. Hide your heart, girl. 47 yards on the score. The Knights are on the board. Next, Indians possession. Tonkery is going to take the handoff. He makes a nice cutback and bounces off the defenders into the end zone. This 9-yard score made it 49-7. Knights trying to come back, but Scott Stone is the latest bit in the Dylan Tonkery show. Stone fires a pass, but Tonkery makes the INT, gets a nice return before he's knocked out of bounds. The Indians and their fans have no trouble with the chilly weather tonight. Bridgeport goes on to beat Preston 64-14. Morgantown's Chazzy Thomas sitting out tonight with a high ankle sprain. His coach says he's all right. Mohegan's on the road at John Marshall. No C-Train, no problem. Deshaun Thomas goes 50 yards for the touchdown. Morgantown jumped out to a 14-7 lead. Next possession, Shea Campbell is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He gets lit up by Leo Henry. Mohegans led 14-7 at the half. It was homecoming at John Marshall. Morgantown could care less. Alex Anderson takes it 65 yards for the score. Look at him go.
Yes, sir.
Morgantown keeps their winning ways going, winning 21-7.